You've heard of Minecraft, I presume? If you're not familiar, it's that game with the funny block people, the TNT, the axolotls, and the very subtle but ever-present sense of suffocating loneliness and lingering dread. Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about now? Good, I'm glad we got on the same page. With the big-budget Minecraft movie causing a bit of a splash, we thought we'd add our own ripples to the pool with this video about some of the most unusual Minecraft builds ever put together by the legions of crafty miners out there. Some of them are magnificent achievements to look upon in wonder, and others are a bit silly, but all of them should provide a bit of amusement for you block bashers out there. You know who you are. Anyway, that's enough hanging about on the title screen though. Let's load up a world of cubist masterpieces and blocky blasphemies as we take a look at some of the strangest structures ever built in this most legendary of video games. I'm Peter from TripleJump, and here are the 10 weirdest things ever built in Minecraft. Number 10. Map art. Let's look at a broad topic to start us off. The concept of map art, as it's known in Minecraft circles, is an example of us crazy gamers taking simple, functional game mechanics and turning them into something creative and beautiful. You see, when players look at a map in-game, it renders a top-down view of the surrounding world, and inventive types soon learn this could be manipulated to create detailed images of, well, absolutely anything. Comic book characters, album covers, recreations of famous real-world art. It's all fair game for the intrepid map artists out there. Your world will look like an abstract mess of random blocks, of course, but your map will just look lovely, and you can even display these maps in your worlds as a bit of decoration. Even that isn't enough though, as some especially creative and slightly nefarious players have found other interesting ways to use map art. Creating a full deck of cards, for example, or exactly replicating a diamond ore block to trick people into thinking they've struck it lucky, only to find they were hacking away at a map with their pickaxe all along. Sometimes devious trickery is art in itself. Number 9. Other games. In our experience, Minecraft players seem to only ever want to play Minecraft. It's eternally puzzling then that many members of its community choose to spend their time in Minecraft's blocky world meticulously recreating locations from other games. Would you like to recreate that feeling of exploring Peach's castle without dusting off the old Nintendo 64? Minecraft has you covered. How about poking around the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion's Imperial City without being harassed by odd-looking townsfolk complaining about the local mud crabs? You got it, my square-headed friend. Or maybe you just want to stroll jauntily through the Kokiri Forest from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. You just know that someone's made that whole thing in Minecraft already, and I'm surprised you even had to ask, to be honest. One of the most impressive examples of other games in Minecraft, though, comes from the creator known as Hope, who diligently recreated vast swathes of Subnautica's watery world using an unmodded version of the game. This vast build includes the various vehicles from Subnautica, as well as the submerged alien structures and those all-important Leviathan-class life forms. Impressive work indeed, and ideal for players who like to play games to play other games. Wait, does that work? Yeah, I think so. Number 8. Working Pokemon Red. Okay, so creating the worlds of other games in Minecraft is one thing, but what about creating actual working versions of other games in Minecraft? A game within a game, if you will. Well, a particularly talented fellow called Mr. Squishy did just that, and it was done using a boatload of command blocks and a healthy dose of creative genius. Prior to his trip to Kanto, Mr. Squishy cut his game-in-a-game teeth by making a working Pac-Man arcade machine complete with accurate ghost AI. This arcadey achievement would have been impressive enough on its own, but Mr. Squishy wanted to do more, and started working on a lovely red Game Boy console upon which players could play a fully recreated Pokemon Red, again in an unmodded version of Minecraft. It almost goes without saying, but this is an amazing build, and the amount of work and planning that went into it boggles the mind. There's even a suitably rousing and inspiring Pokemon Arena to step into when preparing to play the game, with the recreated Game Boy standing proudly on a platform in its center. Now, if that doesn't get you riled up to go and collect some pocket monsters, then I don't know what will. Number 7. An MMORPG. Alright, this is the last game within a game style entry, we promise, but when a team of dedicated players uses Minecraft to build a fully functional MMORPG, then that is something that can't be ignored. Welcome to Wincraft, a fantasy massively multiplayer online role-playing game created entirely in Minecraft. Released in 2013 and still going strong to this day, Wincraft is free to play, with players able to purchase in-game cosmetic items. Alongside this little helping of monetization, Wincraft has all the other bells and whistles you'd expect from a fully functional MMORPG, including hundreds of quests, multiple character classes, a vast world to explore, guilds, dungeons, and bosses. It's not actually the only MMORPG built in Minecraft, but it is the most popular, with a player count that's reportedly exceeded 2.9 million. And gaming journalists have repeatedly expressed their amazement at Wincraft's completeness. The general takeaway is, if you think you should be able to do it in your average fully fledged MMORPG, then you probably can do it in Wincraft. And when you remember that Wincraft was made in Minecraft by a group of dedicated players, that really is quite remarkable. I mean, God, I struggle to make a presentable mud house, and these guys are off building World of Warcraft, but without all the dodgy updates and stinky Activision Blizzard controversies. It's amazing. Number 6. Working bomber planes. You're probably fairly proud of your Minecraft worlds, right? Your cool houses you built, your network of mines and tunnels, your llama enclosures, your aquariums. But sometimes you might start hearing that little voice in the back of your mind. You know, the one that says, "Hey, wouldn't it be fun to just blow it all up?" Well, some Minecraft players have figured out a way to do this in style, as there are quite a few examples out there of fully functional, gigantic bomber planes with which to lay waste to your unsuspecting worlds with a continuous barrage of unstable TNT. With a little effort and guidance, some Minecraft wizardry, and a generous helping of TNT duplicators, you too could build a slow-moving, flying fortress that soars relentlessly over the blocky countryside below, leaving naught but blocky craters in its wake. Honestly, there's something about these looming harbingers of explosive devastation that's quite terrifying. I mean, imagine being a little Minecraft bunny or ocelot happily prancing around those square hills when that thing appears on the horizon. And hey, with Minecraft draw distances being what they are, by the time you see the bomber, it's going to be right on top of you already. No time to escape, my furry little friend. Number 5. Mobius Strip. Time for a quick brain teaser now. How many faces does a Mobius strip have? Well, those up to date on their mathematical abstract topological spaces will be aware that it only has one face, as the Mobius strip, named after one of its discoverers, August Ferdinand Mobius, is a non-orientable surface that can be fully traversed on a single face, as demonstrated by these helpful ants. A Minecraft creator called Amy Oak managed to create a world that takes the form of a Mobius strip using a fair bit of mathematical ingenuity and a heck of a lot of blocks. This means that you too could be like one of those ants crawling around on a Mobius strip, until gravity gets in the way, that is. Still, this optical illusion-esque creation is pretty impressive, and lots of prominent internet Minecraft personalities have downloaded this world and messed around with it, enjoying a spot of single-face building and the sensation of not knowing up from down. We've all been there. It makes you wonder though, what other interesting shapes could be represented in Minecraft? A Klein bottle maybe? Or what about those eternal stairs you sometimes see in pictures? Now that would be interesting. Get on it, Minecraft creators. I don't care if you have to break the laws of geometry. Number 4. Optical Illusion Roller Coaster. Another interestingly mind-bending build comes from the popular creator known as Craft, who expanded upon that most popular of amateur Minecraft builds, the minecart roller coaster ride, but took it in dizzying and psychedelic directions. Craft developed a series of optical illusion roller coaster rides where players are strapped in and taken on a journey through tunnels filled with spirals of color and repeating patterns of blocky chromaticity until their eyes can take no more. The creator has taken the time to meticulously make these kaleidoscopic funnels of twisting patterns so that players who take the ride can sit back and wonder if they're still playing Minecraft or if they've entered some kind of space-time wormhole and are currently traveling to another corner of the galaxy. Alright, I might be blowing things slightly out of proportion there, but you'll definitely get to look at some pretty colours, I can promise you that. This whole thing is made even more surreal by the builder's choice of background accoutrements. The gigantic aircraft and what appears to be some kind of family SUV just add to the map's strange feel, as if it has windows to reality, but the minecart track keeps pulling us back into this strange, distorted dimension. Again, I might be overthinking this, but that's just what happens when I stare at colours and patterns for too long. In fact, I think we better move on. Number 3. Giant Chicken Farm. There's nothing unusual about building a chicken farm or coop in Minecraft. In fact, if you're going to keep chickens in your virtual world of cubes and creepers, then it's practically a requirement. There's also nothing strange about using duplicators and other such trickery to create a steady stream of eggs either. I mean, Steve and Alex have got to eat, right? Sometimes, though, a mundane coop is a little too quaint for some people, and something a little bit flashier is required. Enter this monolithic, ingenious, and more than slightly inhumane giant chicken farm. You can tell it's ingenious because, as the tagline on creator DBK Minecraft's video states, it really lays eggs. Looking all cute and cuddly on the outside, this sinister structure is anything but, as inside its feathery walls, the hapless hens are mercilessly processed through a series of pipes and tubes, culminating in the production of unlimited eggs, feathers, and cooked chickens at the expense of thousands of tiny chickeny lives. It is a truly dystopian structure disguised as a whimsical countryside attraction. Now, we here at TripleJump would never advocate for treating our feathered friends like this in real life, but in Minecraft, well, we'll let your own conscience be your guide. Number 2. A giant pooping butt. That's enough talk about the evils of battery farming now, as we lower the tone even more, journeying to the actual arse end of the internet to find this bottom-of-the-barrel creation. Initially looking like two pale orbs in the sky, closer inspection will reveal that what Minecraft creator Kronos Palace has actually built is a colossal pair of buttocks, looming over an innocent village like a smelly sword of Damocles. While we never see them, the creator claims there are villagers living below this disturbing structure, and one can only assume they are running for their lives or looking up in startled disbelief as the builder prepares to reenact that scene from Independence Day, only with poop instead of lasers. As the unspeakable act is performed, the gigantic rear end unloads upon the doomed village below, pebble dashing the town square and some of the surrounding countryside. Now, I don't know if this semi-visible sky being hasn't been getting enough fiber, but something's definitely not right about that particular movement, and judging by the cavernous opening left in the giant bottom after the event, they will be feeling its effects for quite some time. I've been trying to work out who's worse off here actually, the pooper or the pooped on, but I fear I may never get to the bottom of it. And number 1, the Earth. We're a strange bunch, us gamers. We take a fantastical world like Minecraft, which is supposed to be all about escapism from the stresses and worries of our real world, and then a whole bunch of us get together and try to recreate our real world within said fantastical world on a 1-to-1 scale. The insane people behind this incredible project, known as Build the Earth, are truly trying to recreate our planetary home in its entirety in Minecraft, using Google Maps, geological data, and good old local knowledge from Minecraft fans all over the globe to make this blocky duplicate as accurate as possible. The progress that's been made so far is simply breathtaking, and just goes to show the technical smarts, talent, and sheer willpower that's out there in the gaming world, and the extent of creativity and dedication the phenomenon of Minecraft has awoken in players everywhere. Minecraft builders, I take my hat off to you. I really don't think it's hyperbole to say you truly are an incredible breed capable of seemingly unlimited marvels of imagination and engineering. And also, sometimes you make giant pooping butts too. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go and crack some eggs into a frying pan. Entry number 3 really got my tum-tum rumbling for an omelette, you know?